going to show you how to make a figure transparent so you can see what's happening on the inside, and also how to keep proportions when you're changing the shape of the figure. Okay, so I want to take the cylinder and put it inside of this box. So the first thing I'm going to do is rotate it, and I want to rotate it down. So I'll use this arrow. I'll click, and up here I'm just going to type in 90 degrees, or I can drag. Dragging's just a little less exact. Now I want to make this cylinder longer than my box because I want to cut all the way through it. So I'm going to drag this beyond the length of my box. Now, to ensure that this is actually longer than my box, I'm just going to change my perspective a little bit because sometimes things are different than they seem from one perspective. I'm going to drag the cylinder into what seems like the middle of my box. I'm going to scroll around or drag this around. Oh, it's not really in the middle, but you know what? That's okay because I'm going to use my align tool. So I'm going to highlight both of these at the same time. Then I'm going to come up here and click on align. And I'm going to align this both vertically and horizontally to put it exactly in the center of the box. Now, if I want to see this cylinder going through my box, I can click on the box, and you'll notice that where it says shape, you can click on this down arrow to get this window, and right now it's green. You can click where the green color is, and you have lots of color choices. Now, it doesn't really matter what color you choose because it does not affect the color you print with. So I want to make this transparent. So I'm going to click right here where it says transparent. Now I can see through my box. It does not affect that the box is filled or not. It helps you see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to click off and I can see, okay, sure enough, I have the cylinder going through my box. So that transparent tool can be very helpful. Now I'm going to click on my cylinder, which I actually want to be a hole, and I'm going to click hole to turn it into a hole. And now I'm going to group these together so that the hole gets cut out. So I'm going to highlight them both and click group. And now I can see the hole that's cut through my box. I'm going to click on my box and make that solid again by unchecking transparent. And you now can see your box with the hole that goes all the way through, which is kind of cool. And you can move around with your finger, or you can scroll over here to see this from different perspectives. Now, if I want to change this figure's shape, of course I can just drag, or I can type into these little white boxes. But let me hit Control Z. What I'd actually like to do is change the shape but keep the proportions. So in other words, I want it to be the same shape but bigger or smaller. So I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard and drag from the very corner white box, and that allows me to keep the proportions while I drag. So maybe I just want a little box. So those are a couple of tips for you.